All right, now that we've successfully signed up for Weebly, we are going to start making this website ours. The first thing that we have to do is get rid of all the content that isn't ours and that we aren't going to use for this website. And then as we start creating things for the class, we'll add more and more content. By the end of the class, this will be a portfolio of all your work that you've done in this class and hopefully potentially other classes. So this is, currently we're in the build section and the build menu of Weebly. I'm going to call this the menu bar, and this is the elements. So you build with elements, and this is your actual page here. And you can surf between the pages by clicking here. If I want to go to the About page, I can simply click on About and it will take me to that About page. I can click on Contact and it will take me to the Contact page. Now we are going to possibly need to delete some pages and add some pages, but we're going to click back on Home and we're going to start by adding in, you have two options. You can go in and add your page name here by typing it, or you can add a logo. Since we probably don't have logos yet, I would simply just type in the name of your website. All right. Then the next thing that I'm going to do is erase all these pictures because I don't want these pictures here. They're not mine. Okay, and I'm going to ask that you do the same. We can always add pictures like this when we add our content to the pages. Now, as I hover over each one of these images, you can see that there is an X right here, and that is how you delete this image. So I'm going to take and I'm going to simply X, then delete, and continue doing that until all of the images are deleted. Our websites will look awfully plain in the beginning, but that's okay. Quite a few to delete here. All right. All right. Now there are these social media icons, and you can, let's go ahead and delete those. We can always add those in later. So I'm going to delete those and delete this. And we probably actually won't use social media since this is a school website. Okay. And right now, we now see an empty, what's called a section. And a section is right over here. So if I wanted to, I could add another section here. But for now, I'm going to leave this as one section, and it says drag elements here. When we're ready to add elements, we can go ahead and do that. I'm going to now move over to the About page. And I am going to delete the content on this page because I'm going to add my own information. And you see there's a couple things here. Sometimes when you can't see it here, if you simply hover over this section, you can find those empty things, and we're going to just delete all of that because we're going to start from scratch. So there we go again. We've got the drag elements here. So we know that we have an empty section. All right. This contact page we're actually not even going to use. If you choose to have a contact me page, you can always add that in later. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to move from the build part of the website over to pages. And here are the pages you currently have. You've got Home, About, which we both need, and we also have Contact, which we don't need. So I'm going to click on Contact here, and I'm going to go ahead and delete this page. Are you sure you want to delete this page? Delete. Now once I deleted that page, you now see that I only have 2 pages at the top. Okay. I want to add a page, and one of the pages we're going to add for this class is a blog page. You're going to be blogging all of the assignments for this class. You're going to be uploading your images as well as writing reflections. So we're going to go ahead and under Pages to click the plus button. And we're going to add a blog page. Once we add the blog page, it's going to add it to our menu as well as add the blog here. Now, you don't have to have the page name blog. You might want to change it to assignments, since what you're going to be writing here is all of your assignments. Okay, when you're done naming this page, you can press done. Okay. And we are going to take, and this is what's called a header, and this big picture here. And I'm going to take this header and I'm going to click on it. When I click on the header, it shows that I can edit the background, replace header layout, and you see this blue line right here and it says drag up and down to resize. I want you to drag this as to the smallest it will go. And we're going to edit the background. For now, we are going to add a color or a gradient. At a later date, when we have some images, we can go ahead and add our own image in. But since this isn't our image, we're going to go ahead and change it. If you want to do a solid color, you can simply click Change Color and choose a color to your liking. You can scroll and find a color that you like. Once you find a color that you like, I would suggest writing down or taking a picture of this number here, especially if you want to have the same color in multiple areas of your website. I'm going to go back and I'm going to show you how to add a gradient. So right here it has this color and there's this teeny little drop down caret. I'm going to click on that and go to gradient. And I'm going to change the gradient, and I'm going to start by choosing the first color, and then I can go back, and the angle, you can choose that as well. I'm going to go back, and I am going to, oh, there we go. I want the gradient builder, and then I can go into this, oh there, that's how I get to it. Then I can go in here and choose a different color, and I can also choose how that interacts. And then if I click on this one so that I get about halfway there, and then there we go, that's good. There. Okay. So that's how you do the gradient. You can either do the color or gradient now, and eventually we can go ahead and put an image there. Okay, click here to edit. What we're going to do is we're going to type assignments, the name of the page. If you want, you can actually go in and highlight this text and change the color of it if you want. You can make the text larger or smaller. You can underline, bold. Lots of different options here. I'm going to leave that just like it is. All right, under author over here, you're going to write your name. And here, write something about yourself. No need to be fancy, just an overview. I like to say a blurb. Write a little blurb about yourself. It could be a quote that you like, a belief that you have, an interest. That is kind of up to you. Just a little bit of something. All right. Perfect. Once we have our assignments page done, we are going to create a new page. And so under pages, we're going to go and click this plus button. The new page that we're going to create is a standard page. In that page, you are going to type in the name of the course that you're taking. So in this example, it's going to be Basic Photo. If it's a different class, you can put that title there. And this is going to end up being your digital portfolio where you will store projects and images and content from the class. And I can just go ahead and press done. And once I press done, then the class will be listed up here. Actually, I'm going to change that to Basic Digital Photography because Basic Photography is a different class. All right, here we go. All right, once I have that, I am going to click on this header and I am going to squish it to be small. I can then go in and edit the background. You can change it to a different background, color, or gradient. Eventually, we can add an image once we have our own content. I'm going to go ahead and create the same gradient as I did on my assignments page. So I'm going to click Change Gradient, and I wrote down the codes, the number codes of my previous, so I'm going to type that in. And I'm going to collapse that and open up this one, and I'm going to type the number in for that one. And there we go. I'm going to adjust this. Oh, not that. I am going to adjust straight the start position because it was about halfway down there on my other one. Just to have a little bit of continuity between pages, have that similar. There we go. Okay, once I'm done with that, I'm going to go ahead and click here and I'm going to name this the title of the page, which is Basic Digital Photography. And we are ready to start adding content. Once I am done, I'm going to go ahead and click Publish, and your website will become live. It says Publishing. Once you've published, you don't want to upgrade. We're going to be using the free website, which allows a little bit of advertising, and Weebly.com to be in your link. We're going to X out here, and we're able to see our live site by going to Settings and clicking on this here, and it will take you to your live site.